Hello and welcome to Finextra TV. I'm Hannah Bollis, and kindly joining me now is JohnWise, CEO, co-founder and chairman of InvestCloud, and we're talking about their technology approach. Hello John, it's good to see you. Thank you for speaking with us today.
It's lovely to see you again. Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about your technology approach. To start off, could you tell us how you go about implementing technology?
Okay. So, for me, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've built a lot of technology over the years, and also, randomly, I'm actually an ex-coder, so I actually do know how to code, which is unusual these days as a CEO maybe. But when we started this company, then my actual pet hate is actually coding, because coding is too slow, takes too long, it's too expensive, and if you want to change it, it's usually difficult, particularly if the person who coded that module has left. And then it causes all sorts of chaotic type situations. So when we started this company, I didn't want to repeat the same experience from before. So we designed this piece of technology called PWP, Programs Writing Programs. So today we can take a designer, a business analyst, and we actually generate the code, which really amplifies the intelligence of a person, so we can do so much more. And when we started with this, we used to have this expression that one person could do 50 programmers' jobs, and then today we actually think that's wrong. We think it's a lot more. And then the actual maintenance of code is like absolutely mad. I'll give you one scenario. In my last company, we had about 600 programmers, and we had 83 user experiences. So that's what we had. In this company, we have less than 30 programmers, and we have over 7,000 different user experiences.
Wow.
So
it's quite an achievement.
That's a bit of an achievement. And really, amplified intelligence using PWP, programs writing programs, changes the whole gamut of how you go about code.
All right, well, exactly. How does this low-code approach help wealth management?
Right.
And who's building that functionality?
Right. So the key thing about wealth, and indeed institutional asset managers, but let's focus on wealth, is that the end users are not the same. So, you might have clients who are basketball players who really want low-end information. You might have a client who's actually Warren Buffett, who wants a lot of drilled down information. So it varies. There's not one size fits all. And really, so what we do is focus on personas. And the reason why we have 7,000 user experiences is because we have about 700 different personas. So the 700 personas means that you're a certain person, you want information in this shape and form, and we can provide that in PWP because the actual cost of creating a persona is really low. And so it enables our end clients to create them if they get trained up in PWP, but we build a lot of our own personas. So it can be all over the road and, designed. We have a particular persona just designed for women of a certain age. And when we brought that to the market, the women of that age absolutely love it because it was designed exactly for them, which is different.
And what about the big banks and the small to medium-sized firms? How does the approach differ in that space?
So I think that the big banks actually, particularly sometimes have better analytics, particularly if they've got credit cards, on the actual client, so we can actually see the spending behaviour. However, the smaller firms typically understand their clients slightly better on a one-on-one situation. So we have a client in America that specialises in Navy personnel and pensions and stuff like that, and retirements and stuff. And when they look at their numbers, they work out which ship they actually served on in the Navy, and when they see it, the numbers are projected on the side of the ship. So this is what they call digital empathy through pictures. So they're empathetic, and when they look at it and say, I served on that ship, and of course you did, because they knew that and they took the time to find out that. So you can do those sort of things, very simple things with PWP, so everyone can be different.
All right, and coming to the problem of data, which is really at the heart of it all, what is the problem there? Okay,
well, typically organisations have too many systems, is the bottom line. It could have occurred through acquisitions, or they just built too many individual systems over time. If you typically a manager with 50 billion under managed, on average they will have 37 different systems, which is actually too many, which basically means their data is actually everywhere, and that is a problem.
All right, so that's the problem, but how does your approach to data differ from your competitors?
Right, well, our approach is all about the digital warehouse. The digital warehouse has a data model of the financial industry, and what we do is that we overlay that on top of your existing infrastructure, which means you don't have to change your existing infrastructure. and therefore through the common interface that we built, it enables you to pull in data extremely quickly. Usually a data integration exercise, rather than taking months or years, often takes something like 12 days.
Right.
We had a client that didn't do it in over a year, and we did it literally in 12 days because we have the tools to do it. And we have a destination for the data, which is in the model, in the digital warehouse. Once you get your data there, it's all in one place. And it's a single point that you can use your apps, which have all the personas, to actually see this data, which enables transparency, which enables trust. And frankly, as soon as you've done that, it's a game changer when you put information all into one place. And that's what we do.
Well, you're certainly doing some really exciting things here, John. It's lovely to talk to you about it, and thank you for painting the picture, as it were.
Thank you, Hannah, again for having me.